Okay, we'll go ahead and move over to the live demo part of the presentation. As you can see, I'm now in the main pump selection screen. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see System Designer. You're going to want to go to New System. This will take you to the questionnaire part of System Designer. Here, you'll input your total cooling load. You can use either total cooling or total heating or both. It is not required to have both to design your system. So one or the other will work. However, I will go ahead and use both here. Again, to see what the maximum limits are for these fields, including building height, please visit the FAQ up here in the top right corner of your screen. That will have the answers for you in terms of maximum limits for both of these, as well as building height. I'm going to go ahead and pick a voltage, input a building height in feet, and then pick my location for my equipment room. This mostly matters for my tank selection. I'll then input my number of chillers here. For this example, I'll go with 1 chiller. I do not need standby, and I'm going to utilize air-cooled chillers. I'll then input number of boilers. I'll go ahead and use 2 boilers for this example. I do not need standby, and I do not want header pumping either. You can then pick your piping configuration for both chillers and boilers. For this example, we'll use constant primary, variable secondary for the chiller configuration, and variable primary, variable secondary for the boiler configuration. Those are the only things needed to design your system. Once input, please just press Design System, and the system should generate within a few seconds. As you can see, my system is now generated. I can see my chiller schematic, my boiler schematic, all my system details, including pumps, suggested pipe sizes, expansion tanks, air and dirt separators, triple duty valves, and suction diffusers. If I don't want to see this list and just hide that, I can go ahead and do so by clicking this arrow on the left. And down here, I will have the option to download the schematic as PDF files, download the schedule as an Excel file, or request the Revit. For requesting the Revit, initially, you will have the option to email it to yourself. However, once saving the system, you can come back at a later date when the Revit is created. This takes a couple minutes, unfortunately. But then you have the option to download directly from your saved systems rather than having it emailed to you once ready. I then have the option here to save or optimize my system. For this system, I will go ahead and utilize the name Live Demo. I will click to optimize my system, and I'll then add additional notes. In this case, please help me configure my piping. I'll then go ahead and save that, and it will appear in my design systems. Again, design systems is over here on the left, right underneath the new system. And as you can see, live demo shows up, as well as live demo example that I've done a couple days ago for another system. If I click on live demo here, you'll see the system details, including the schematics. You'll find your user questions. You'll see the optimized system will have your local rep firm listed. Again, this is done by a zip code and the area that you've specified in your account. And it will let you know the representative that is assigned to your project, as well as if the project has been started, is pending, or is complete, or in this case has not yet been assigned. Your notes will have the original note that you input when you save the system, as well as any messaging between you and your local representative. in the files, you will have the option to download any of these files. As you can see, the chiller and boiler Revit files are still being generated. However, if I go ahead to an old system that I've previously created, I do have the option here to download both the chiller and the Revit file because they have now already been generated. That concludes the live demo. Again, there's an FAQ and a start over button at the top if you want to start over a new system once this has already been input. There's a chat box that we've discussed down here in the lower right corner where you can go back to your tutorial if you want another walkthrough, as well as you have the option to message us for any questions or feedback, or search anything, including the System Designer FAQ or the tour, for any additional help. That's it.
Okay, that was great. Good, you did it in one take. I see Bobby is here. Hi, Bobby.
Hello. Hello. That was fast and good.
I know, that was fast and quick. So Matthias just said that you're gonna take this and squeeze it into yesterday's webinar, is that correct?
Yeah, if you give me both videos, I'm basically going to do a little, slice and dice and edit out the sad delay version, and we'll put this one in. I haven't watched the video from yesterday, but I don't think there was anything else that we would want to remove or change. So, I can put it together. Matthias, do you want to, after I do that, do you want to review it to be sure you're happy with it before we use it, or do you feel okay about that?
I mean, if you're happy with it, I trust your judgment.
Okay.
If you need me to re-record anything, that's fine too. I think, there's a couple ums in this, but considering it's a quote-unquote live demo, I think that ums are fine, right? This isn't supposed to be fully scripted.
It wants to feel, natural. When I play this back, if there's anything that's super long, I can actually still remove those, but I don't think it's going to be necessary.
Okay. Yeah, you just, like I said,
Yeah,
I trust your judgment on it. Just if you want me to re-record anything, just let me know. I'm more than happy to jump on and re-record it. Obviously, this obviously doesn't take that long to do, but I think the live demo I think was okay. I don't see any big issues that we had there, and obviously the initial recording I think was fine too. So we should be good. Super.
And then Tara, the output. One of the things that we want to do is take the questions that were asked yesterday. I of course have the recording, right? So I can hear the questions and the answers that were given, but we're going to update the FAQ and some other functionality in the live chat system. Is there an output? Is there an output report from GoToMeeting that shows the questions that were typed in?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, there is.
All right, great. So Matthias, I may have to ask you to help me clean up the answers, right? To make sure they're the answer we want to give.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Are you going to keep the question section that we did yesterday in the recording?
Yeah, I think I am. But it may be that after I listen to it, what I may do instead is pop up at the end of the webinar. There was a Q&A session to see frequently asked questions and their answers. Click here, and then we'll send people to the FAQ document instead. It just kind of depends on how it feels after we're done with it.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. And do you want me to just upload them onto Vimeo like last time?
So if you give me both yesterday's video and today's recording you just did, do me a favor, start the title of them with the word "do not publish" or "draft" or something, so that they don't actually end up somewhere. And then I'll pull them down as soon as I'm done working with them, and I'll replace them with the new video.
Okay, perfect. You'll have that in the next 15 minutes then.
Sweet. This is awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time to re-record it.
Yeah, thank you, Matthias. Thank you, everyone on the call.
Hey, no worries.
Sorry it had to be done on a Friday.
Stitching it together.
Have a great weekend.
Same to you.
Thanks.
Nice work.
You too.
Bye. Bye.